Hi, I'm Mike Flood from Dr. Mars Transmission in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. I'm here to talk to you about Hammerhead. It's an excellent tool. You can just use this one tool versus using an air gun, get in tight. The air gun is a lot longer, and it usually doesn't fit between the trans and the frame of the car, or between the engine and the frame. It seems to do the job so far. It breaks anything loose that I've tried. I can break flywheel bolts loose, steering box nuts loose, suspension, you name it, it seems to do the job. I would think I would buy this over an air gun. I mean, every mechanic seems to have 2 or 3 air guns. I'm sure it'll be in about the same price range. It actually does the job of 2. I think this is a definite leap in the thing for tools, only for the fact that it has the torque that all the other ones along the way have had, and they break right away. Either they broke right at the head, where this tool is designed, it's like nice one piece, where it seems all the other ones have like mechanisms here. And when all mechanics force stuff, when you force it, the head just breaks off and you just throw the tool out. Versus this one here seems like it's very strong to do the job, so it's worth the price. When I first tried this, I liked the way it didn't jerk the thing right out of my hand. Usually anything that has some torque to it, you get your hand wedged or your fingers wedged in the frame of the car. I would describe this as a nice little compact tool, I would call it, that can fit in between anything, but it has the power of an air gun. What I like most about it was it doesn't, when you're using it to break something loose, it doesn't rip your hand out of your socket or wedge against the frame of the car. It has a nice control feeling, and it still breaks anything loose. And when it tightens it up, it doesn't just snap. It gives you like the feel so you know when to stop. A lot of the other tools, if you're using an open handgun, you end up getting your knuckles like cut up. For this thing, your hand's pretty well protected. It seems like where you're breaking loose is far enough away, and your hand's not getting jammed in right at the place where you're trying to break loose. So I think it can save me time rather than going back and forth to the toolbox, getting this wrench or that air tool or whatever. This one wrench can do the whole job as one. In a 40-hour week, I think you'd save about 3 or 4 hours using this Hammerhead just in time savings, instead of going back and forth with different tools. I would, if one of my friends saw me using this thing and they didn't think it would be good for them, I'd tell them they're crazy. I think it's an excellent tool, and if they tried it, they would buy one too. I would say in the next 5 years, everybody would have one of these in their toolbox.
Hi, my name is Joe. I'm the owner of Community Auto Repair in Union, New Jersey. I'm here to talk to you about this really great tool Ingersoll Rand is putting out. We all come across a lot of problems with getting a tool into a tight spot where there's not enough of torque, and we're trying to break stuff loose. This tool's great. It's light, everything's adjustable on, which is wonderful, and the whole thing is trying to cram in a 1/2-inch drive air ratchet at times, or an air gun, you just can't get in there. This tool is great for taking off, for example, doing bell housings, taking off transmissions, a lot of knuckles, front end knuckles on cars and trucks. It's just got a lot of torque, and it's really balanced and really light. And one of the nice things I like about it is the trigger. It's a push trigger. This is just a matter of touching and adjusting, and it's wonderful, it really is. It's definitely a knuckle saver. I've never had a problem breaking anything loose. And this is the 3/8 version, comes in 1/2-inch drive, but it's great to work with all day. So getting into those tight spots with the 90-degree head, and if you notice the 90-degree head is very shallow, it's not deep, but it gets in here and does a job. I would use this 3/8 in place of a 1/2-inch drive ratchet with an extension. Because most of the time you're trying to work around stuff in a car. With this, you don't need to work around it. You can get right in on a job what you want. With this, you put the socket directly on the tool, and it does the work for you. It does the work. If you got to use this, and you got to use it as a tool also to crack it loose, that thing's on real tight. Nothing's going to break it loose. This will break it loose. And if the 3/8 don't work for you, the 1/2-inch drive will help. What I would tell a fellow mechanic, it's a knuckle saver, is what it is. It really, really is. Get in the tight spots, you're not taking out half your toolbox to do the job. And that's the whole thing with doing some of these jobs. You go through your tools and you end up having half the toolbox out, going through your tools, rummaging through stuff. This will take the place of a lot of hand tools. And plus, it's an air tool. It saves a lot of time. Hey, if you can shave off a half hour, 15 minutes every job that you're doing, at the end of the day, that just means more money in your pocket. It's not fatiguing. You're not going to use the tool and fatigue all day long. That's the most important thing. Oh, absolutely would purchase this tool, for sure. Both in 3/8 and 1/2-inch drive versions, for sure. Absolutely. We can never have enough of the right tools. It's not how many tools you have, it's the right tools that you have to make the job go better.